My family disowned me for refusing to work in their company. Now that I'm successful, they showed up at my door demanding reconciliation. So I called the cops and now the whole family is furious with me. My father started a plumbing supply company in 1998. By the time I was in high school, it had grown into a mid-size operation with 40 employees and a warehouse. My older brother went straight into the business after graduation. My younger sister joined in accounting 2 years later. I was supposed to be the third. Dad had it all mapped out. I'd run the operations floor, my brother would handle sales, my sister would manage the books, and Dad would retire by 60. I told him I wanted to go to college for computer science instead. He took it personally. You think you're better than this family? I just want something different. Different means disloyal. Mom backed him up. Your father built this for you kids. Walking away from it is walking away from us. My brother told me I was ungrateful. My sister said I was selfish. I enrolled anyway. The day I left for school, nobody drove me. I took a bus with 2 bags and a laptop I bought with money I saved working summers at a grocery store. For the next 4 years, I didn't exist. No calls on my birthday. No invite to Thanksgiving or Christmas. When I graduated, I sent them a photo. Nobody responded. I got a job at a software company making $72,000 my first year. Within 3 years, I moved into a lead developer role. By 30, I co-founded a startup with 2 guys I met at my first job. We built a logistics platform that automated inventory tracking for mid-sized businesses. Ironically, the exact kind of company my dad ran. We got our first round of funding at 31. By 33, we had 200 clients and revenue in the millions. I bought a house. I drove a nice car. I had a life I built with my own hands, and not one member of my family had been part of it. Then my dad's company started struggling. Supply chain problems, lost contracts, a warehouse fire that insurance only partially covered. My brother couldn't sell enough to keep up. My sister made mistakes on the taxes that cost them penalties. Dad was 61 and couldn't retire. I heard all of this through a cousin who still talked to me. I didn't reach out. They hadn't reached out to me in 11 years. On a Saturday morning last October, I was making breakfast when someone knocked on my front door. I opened it and my entire family was standing on my porch. Dad, Mom, my brother, my sister, and my brother's wife. 5 people I hadn't spoken to in over a decade. Dad spoke first. We need to talk. About what? About the family, about the company, about moving forward together. I leaned against the doorframe. You disowned me. Mom stepped forward. That was a long time ago. People change. We were wrong. Were you wrong when you didn't call me for 11 years? Were you wrong when you skipped my college graduation? Were you wrong when I got married and none of you came because none of you knew? My sister's face shifted. You got married 3 years ago. Why didn't you tell us? You cut me off. I didn't have your numbers. You blocked mine. My brother crossed his arms. Look, we're here now. That should count for something. What do you want? Dad cleared his throat. The company needs help. We need someone who understands technology and systems. You've built exactly what we need. If you come back, we can merge what you've created with what we have. Keep it in the family. I almost laughed. You want my company. I want my son back. You want my company, and you're using reconciliation as the pitch. Mom grabbed my arm. Please. Your father is struggling. The business might not survive another year. Then let it close. The porch went silent. My brother stepped forward. You owe this family. I owe you nothing. You threw me out because I wouldn't do what you told me to. You abandoned us. I enrolled in college. You stopped speaking to me. Those aren't the same thing. My sister started talking fast. Something about how they were sorry, how things could be different now, how the twins needed their uncle. I held up my hand. I need you to leave. Nobody moved. Dad's jaw tightened. We're not leaving until we work this out. This is my property. I'm asking you to leave. I'm your father. And I'm the homeowner asking 5 people I haven't spoken to in 11 years to get off my porch. My brother took a step closer. You're really going to do this? Turn your back on blood? I learned it from you. Nobody moved. I went inside, closed the door, and called the police. I told them 5 people were on my property and refusing to leave after being asked. A patrol car arrived in 8 minutes. I watched from the window as the officer spoke to my dad. Mom was crying. My sister was pointing at my door. My brother was arguing with the officer. Eventually they left. My phone started ringing that night. Cousins, aunts, uncles, everyone had an opinion. I was cold. I was heartless. 11 years of silence and they called it one mistake. The company filed for bankruptcy 2 months later. None of them have called me.